to Artcast from our studio in Sofia, Bulgaria.
Who is a leader? The president, member of parliament, chairperson, councillors, or police officers? What about you? To me, being a leader starts with me, the way I behave, I treat the environment, the way I control everything that are in my hands. Your host today is Racheal Nakato from Pen Space Foundation and Soul Expressions, Uganda. Our topic is being a leader. This time, we have people from different occupations. We are going to listen to how they take themselves as leaders.
Hello to everyone. My name is Dilyana Gyurova. I'm working in one volunteer organization called Nature School Foundation, and in my capacity of volunteer at Nature School Foundation, I will share with you my experience about being a leader. In my work, meet many volunteers, and I have with them working relationships. And my role is to present them our project and to motivate them to be part of it. Usually these are people that are taking care and that are feeling responsible about the environment. So when I meet such volunteers, for me it's very easy to motivate them because they have the motivation within themselves. And when you have people that are really motivated about doing something, then for the leader it's very easy to make them even more aware for the issue or even more motivated to participate. And give an example with myself. So for me, the leader is a person that is working even more than the other people and then the other members of the team. The leader is make the other members of the team passionate about the work. And being a leader for me means to explain the whole picture to the others in order to make them understand it well and to know why they should do this or something else. So in my work with the volunteers, I always try to behave in this way. Also, I'm trying to show them that the commitment is something that makes the person satisfied from the work that he or she is doing. And passion and commitment are the two words that I would say every leader should apply, and I also apply in my work.
Conflicts, when you are working with people, how do you deal with it? How are you able to overcome and work together again?
This is a very tough topic, especially for a person like me that don't like conflict. But anyway, the conflicts, they are happening and not always they are something bad. I always try to look from the positive side of the things and try to take out the usefulness from a conflict. And how I deal with conflicts, mainly with dialogue, trying to understand the point of view of the other side and to see how the other person is seeing the things, and try really to find solution that is good for the both parties, which is not always possible, of course, but always I try to cooperate when there is a conflict situation. And in my experience, I'm not always the winning person in one conflict situation, but I'm trying to learn from every conflict situation that I meet. Somehow I don't make a big deal from the conflict. Take them as a learning experience.
Has a parent has a mother, how do you apply your leadership at home with your children? What manners do you teach your children at home?
The situation with the children is not totally the same as the volunteers, because with the volunteers you have work with the grown-up people, like educated with certain values, and with the kids it's totally different, because me as a parent, I should introduce them values. I should give them an example from my own behavior and from my own actions. And especially nowadays with the kids, it's very difficult, because not only the parents are those that are bringing the information. The information is around them, and with all the technologies. With the kids, more or less, I try to have the same behavior as with the volunteers, but sometimes it's necessary to be more like pressing on them, because this is my belief. They need really somebody with hard hand to direct them. So I'm using.
You're listening to Artcast from our studio in Sofia, Bulgaria.
In my life with my kids, and of course I want to rise up responsible person, responsible for their behavior, responsible for the others, people that are respecting the others, respecting the environment, people that are not afraid to put efforts on things, people that like to work, and people with self-esteem.
Have you ever slapped your children?
Yes, I did. I'm a person, I also make mistakes, although I'm not really sure that this is a mistake, because I believe they also learn from this kind of negative experience they had with slapping by their mother. And the most interesting thing is that my children, they remember the slap, but they don't remember the reason behind. And with me, it's the totally opposite. I remember the slap and I remember the reason why I did it.
Let's have a commercial break as you enjoy this song. Artcast Radio at Open Space Foundation.
Thank you first for your interest in my work and also my personality. My name is Dilyana Gyurova and I'm one of two directors of Concordia Bulgaria Foundation.
What kind of leader are you?
Excellent question. In my experience, I have been to many different trainings and we have dealt with the topic about leadership many times. But the truth is that I'm working mostly based on my intuition. And sometimes, of course, I'm trying to have a plan and do things on purpose and act purposely with someone from my team members or in general towards the team. But I think after having done a lot of thinking about this, that my best pieces, so to say, are the ones that I was just, following my heart and my intuition. And then second, because you've mentioned also home, sometimes being a leader at home with your own children is actually more difficult. So being a leader and a manager at work is an excellent preparation, sometimes also for tough moments at home. But normally the things that I'm doing purposely, like after having some reflection in my head, etc., are the moments when I'm trying to be as open as possible to the people that I work with and give them as much as possible from the background, because it is important, especially for people that are doing more technical things, the ones that are sometimes rather boring. I think it is very important for them to know also something more about the context, because this makes it possible for the people to see their role, how important their role is in something that is a bit bigger. Because being the director, one of the directors, of course, gives me a bigger share of some nice parts of the work. Like I'm the one who goes to important events, sometimes cocktail parties and things like this, or I'm the one that is giving the big presentations. But it is very important for also my colleagues to know that something that they contributed to the general task is also bringing to the success of the organization. So when I'm giving tasks, I'm trying, not always successful of course, but I'm trying and I'm doing it consciously to present why it is important. I think it matters for the people, and I'm trying also to pay attention to people's like personal life as well, and consider some important things about someone's personality, because of course there are many different factors that influence people's motivation, and for me as a person and as a leader, it is important to just know a bit more about my people. Of course, people's ideas are essential. That is why team meetings are important. So many great ideas were born in discussions with people from the team and in team meetings. So I feel very sorry when I'm away for a long time and we just don't have the physical opportunity to have a team meeting, just because I'm also lacking things.
And let's talk about home, how you treat children at home, the smiles that you give them. How do you want them to be?
Well, I want them to be, of course, happy, and secondly, I want them to be as independent as possible, and I want them to be reasonable human beings. I want them to think. So for me, the worst moments at home are when someone just does something without thinking, and those are the moments when I'm really, really furious. And sometimes if I'm in the role of the boring mother constantly repeating something, it is of course the situation when the socks are on the floor or something like this. But the really important parts are the ones. Think first. This is what really makes me mad sometimes.
Do you know that leadership is also applied on your way walking back home, or you can see something wrong and you feel like maybe I should approach him or her, tell her that please, this is not right?
Yes, I'm one of the people that are doing things like this. If I see a person crossing on the red light or something, I'm the one who would say, come on, this is setting a bad example to children. Even if there are no children here, there are probably dozens of children looking at you from the windows of that building or from the windows of that bus. So I'm one of those people that are really having an opinion and not being too shy to share it. Sometimes when I'm with my kids or something, it's really funny when something happens and then someone is just pulling my hand. Mom, please shut up, don't do it, because they just know that something is going to come. But this is important. This is important. Yes.
Okay. And how do you feel when you feel loved by your children at home because you love them? When you feel loved with the workmates? When you do good, people like you. How do you feel with yourself? Do you feel honest with yourself with everything you're doing? Do you feel the community?
Yes, and this is a lovely feeling. It kind of gives you wings. Because at the end, this is what matters. Like sometimes there are important situations as work as well, but really when there is something little that influences, as you said, community or children, that gives a great feeling.
Thank you for sharing everything to our lovely people. You are listening to Artcast Radio, supported by Erasmus Plus program from Open Space Foundation, Solar Expression, Chamino Art Center. Stay tuned.
Знаеш ли какво ме побърква? Която ти ми даваш всеки ден. И не смея да си мисля, че може някой да те вземе от мен. Знаеш ли какво ме побърква? Че може да...
Here we are sitting with a teacher from Rulin School 97.
My name is Sava Tashev and I'm an English teacher in this school, in 97th Middle School Brothers. And this is my first year here as a teacher. I'm a teacher from Sava Bulgaria, which is a program which develops young leaders first as teachers and then promotes them into the educational system in Bulgaria so that we can change it.
As a teacher, how do you apply your leadership skills to students? Is it positive way or negative way?
Well, I try always to apply my leadership positively because I believe that all of them have the potential to complete their tasks if they are simulated in a positive way without restrictions, but maybe if people trust them, if a leader trusts the people he works with.
How do you control yourself when these children don't do your assignment, they don't do your work? How do you deal with them?
Well, I always try to understand the reasons of their behavior. I try to talk with them. If they aren't in the mood to talk, I wait and I have to be patient always. I have to think a lot what bothers them, what makes them feel that way. Maybe I have to be protective to protect them from other students who attack them. And yeah, like I should care about them. I should think one step further.
Do you find it easy or difficult to stand as a leader or a teacher when you're working with other teachers, when you get information from the administration? How do you find it? Teaching, working with other teachers?
I find it adventurous. That means it's really hard, but at the same time it's really interesting. Every time new things happen and it's really hard to deal with all the things that happens in school. Like there are really tough students, tough colleagues also, but actually it's interesting to communicate with different types of people to find out.
You're listening to Artcast from our studio in Sofia, Bulgaria.
Have you ever met any disagreements with other teachers?
It happens quite often. I'm 24 and most of the teachers in our school are much older. And actually, I'm new at teaching and I still study how to teach. But I believe in the new ways of teaching, that not in the traditional classroom, but students should develop their skills in the classroom, not only their knowledge. And other teachers don't approve that quite much. Like, for example, they don't approve that I let children eat in my classroom or that I let them lie down on two chairs, for example.
Yes.
But I believe that it's really important for the students to feel good.
Let's have a commercial break as you enjoy this song.
The project is carried out thanks to the financial support of the European program Erasmus+, K-Action 2, capacity building in the field of youth.
Най-слики форми по първа Че може да те няма някой ден
Започвам да си мисля
Искам винаги да бъдеш до мен Аз и ти Създаваме красиви моменти Мислиш ли, че заедно ще стигнем далеч Любовта не се измерва в проценти А в чувствата, споделяни всеки ден
Welcome you from that commercial break. We still go on with our topic, being a leader. Being a leader doesn't matter the grade or level of education that you have. It matters. What matters is the heart that you hold it. How does it express you out? That is what makes you to be a good leader. We also want to hear from students enrolling. What do they know about leadership? Apart from studying it, apart from defining it, what is leadership in their lives? What do they understand when it comes to leadership?
My name is George. I'm in 10th grade. In my opinion, to be a leader is a person who collects many people on one place. Be very strict to them, just to know did they work very well. That's my opinion.
I'm Evie and I'm 8th grade. In my opinion, a leader is a person who appreciates everyone's opinions and gives them a way to say what you need to say and how you feel.
Hi, my name is Robbie. I'm 14 years old, and I think that a leader is someone who knows what to do in any situation with a lot of people who are screaming, who are shouting, who can control the situation.
What are the qualities of a good leader?
I think leaders should be strict but caring.
In my opinion, they should be strict, nice connections, and everybody needs to be calm to do their work.
Being faithful.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
The quality one leader needs to have is he needs to be aggressive. At the same time, he needs to be funny. He needs to be caring. He needs to be himself, and again, he needs to know what to do in any situation.
Yes.
Aggressive.
Yeah, perfect. Everything is correct and everything is right.
Let us have a break as we leave you with this beautiful song to listen. Stay tuned.
You're listening to Artcast from our studio in Sofia, Bulgaria.
I welcome you from that commercial break. We still go on with our topic, being a leader.
What kind of a leader are you? Sister, shout who you are friends. Your family. How do you behave? Which kind of leadership skills do you show to your friends? Aggressive, participative, side things.
I'm very respectful to my friends. In some ways aggressive a little bit.
Yes.
And yes, that's it.
Okay, can I pass the microphone?
Okay. When a friend of mine is like nervous about something, I try to make jokes or that kind of thing, so he or she can relax. So yeah.
To my friends, I'm kind, responsible. I'm many times I'm shy. They love me. I love them.
Yes.
We share. We do stuff together. So I think I'm kind of a step leader because I am like I know what to do today. I know what to do tomorrow. I know what I want and stuff like this.
Okay, you know how to move with time.
Yes.
Like this
yes.
is the right thing for the right time and the right moment.
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, have you ever felt like you've done something bad to your friend and you feel like saying sorry?
No, because I try to be honest with my friends.
Okay.
Yeah.
For all your lives, this
Yeah.
is where perfect.
Is that true?
I don't know.
Come on.
He's lying.
He's your friend?
Yeah, he's my friend.
I'm her best friend. Excuse me.
He's my best friend. And I'm a good friend, don't lie.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I'm a bad liar.
Okay, here comes the last question. How do you feel being good to others? How do you feel? Does it make you happy? Do you feel like yes, I'm in the society? Does it make you feel at home? Like, let us talk about family when you're at home. How do you feel when mom loves you, dad loves you, your young brother loves you? How do you feel?
I feel appreciated.
Uh-huh.
Yes. And it's so, it feels so nice when you do something and your mom or dad or father, him, says, yeah, you did well, and you can keep on doing that.
Oh,
it's
perfect.
nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
My parents they're really caring. So if I do something bad to myself, if I fall somewhere, I have a stretch or something, they're like, oh, Jesus, what the hell? And stuff like that. They are just too kind, they're loving, and being next to them in one table, in everywhere with them is just amazing. Like, I'm in love with my family. I'm so thankful to have them.
What about friends? What about
what about friends?
She's your friend next to your friend.
About my friends, well, I'm more like okay with them because I'm more confident when I'm with them. I'm a bit shy with my parents, but with my friends, I'm like more of my style.
More open.
More me, yeah.
Oh yeah. That's cool.
I can bully them. I can tell them bad words and stuff, and yeah, that's it.
And it's still okay.
Yes.
Why are you kidding me?
Well, you can say.
With my friends, I feel good when I done something for them. Stuff like helping them with the homework and with the school mostly.
Okay.
And they are just like, oh my gosh, thank you for all your help. And
So you feel
support.
much love to help more and more.
Yeah, when I help them, I feel much loved, and
What about parents at home?
With my parents, I'm a little bit shy. I can't talk with them for all of my stuff. With my friends, I can tell them everything, and
This is the magic of having friends.
Yes.
yes.
Oh, yeah. You feel open, you feel like sharing everything without fear, but parents, it's not. Okay.
Yeah, with them, I can say everything.
What can we do to make closer than friends? What can we do? Okay. Thank you so much.
The project is carried out thanks to the financial support of the European program Erasmus+, K-Action 2, capacity building in the field of youth.
And yes, I want to thank this wonderful music group from soulBmoll in Sofia, Bulgaria. These young stars with amazing voices and sweet voices. Together with Open Space Foundation, we Thank you for letting us use your music and everyone who have participated in this podcast. We still go on with this beautiful song. Finally, we have come to an end of our podcast. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to subscribe in on our Facebook, YouTube channel, Instagram, and join our WhatsApp group. Give us comments, give us feedbacks, and give us more options to talk about in our podcasts. We love you so much. Thank you for loving our organization, Open Space Foundation. I remain as Rachel from Soul Expressions Uganda, here in Sofia, Bulgaria. Goodbye.